Hey everyone, Rob Greenfield here, and today I'm going to introduce you to a beautiful family in a beautiful home right here in southern France, just outside of the city of Toulouse, about a half hour. And this is a family of four that is working towards living a more sustainable life. They're already doing a lot, but in the next years to come, they will be doing a lot more to live sustainably. I'm really excited to share their story with you. But this isn't just any family. I've actually been staying with them for the last 5 weeks while I've been on lockdown here in France. So here they are to share their life with you, and this is the life that I've been sharing for the last 5 weeks.
It was a desire to have a wood and to have wood for our home, and so it has been designed to be not the most sustainable house you can imagine, but I mean the most we imagine. So the thing is, first we have all those windows, very wide windows, and they are on the north of the house. So it might be weird to think that we put the big windows on the north, but we are in a very, very hot region of France. So if we had put those, big windows, and we need light inside, if we have put these big windows at the south of the house, it would be so hot in the summer that would be impossible to stay in the house. So we did, the opposite, and what most of the people around in the south of France are doing. So we move inside. And as you see, we have also some, open windows on the south, but it's to create a kind of a wind, to get the fresh air, freeze inside the house, fresh air inside the house. And so the house has been, designed to be very simple house if you look outside, and very useful one. I mean, if there is 3 parts of the house. Over there we are where my room and my wife. Here is what we call the room for life, where we all gather in the same house, in the same room, and we have open cooking place. And over there is the other rooms, and it has been designed that way because when the kids are older, when they leave the house, we just have to close the door, and we have a smallest house, smaller place to eat in winter. We have also a stove. We put a stove, and this is where all the heat come in winter or in cold time, and everything is from here. We can everything from this stove, and it's not only beautiful, It's very hot, really. We can have 22 degrees in the home in winter when it's 10 degrees minus Celsius outside. So it's very, very efficient and beautiful. It's very. We like the fact to have the fire inside the house. This kind of small fire inside the house. We are in the middle of the day. It's 2 p.m. to 2:40 p.m. and we have no light on, of course, and we can stay like this very, very, very late in the day because we have very, very good natural lighting thanks to those big windows. And it was very important for us to have a lot more light we can inside the house. We have a kitchen here. It's an open kitchen. It has been something very important when we designed the house because it's always weird when someone who is cooking is separated from the other. So now, if I'm here or my wife is here cooking, we can be all the other can be around the table and we can speak. We can it's our way of living. We don't like to separate people like that. So we have this kitchen, and if we go here and here, and what we try to do, because we know at all it's not perfect, we're in the process of evolving, but we try to have most food we can in things like this, and we have a lot of them, and various pasta, lentils, rice, and so on. And we try to have most of thing is this kind of thing to avoid, the most we can. Of course, we still have box like this to go. And we are, it's not, it's just a journey to be good. And also, something important is we have a washing machine and dryer. It seems weird, but actually those two machines are 19 years old. So it's very important for us to have very, very good quality stuff. So we bought this 19 years old, 19 years ago, and it's still working perfectly. And we like to have things that last the most we can. And it's true for our equipment, it's true for the clothing we have. So I have clothing who are quite old for most of them, and I keep them as long as we can. My shoes has been repaired twice, and they are 7 or 8 years old, and so I will keep repairing them as long as I can. And we have good quality clothing. I think it's better to buy. It's a little more expensive to buy good quality clothing, but on the long term, you are really a winner, because I have some stuff like this, Patagonia stuff that are 25 years. We don't have air conditioning, we refuse to have it, even if it could be 40 degrees Celsius in summer here. But what we do in summer when it's very hot, we just close we put some black on the windows, to be sure that the light doesn't come from the south. And we put some water, so we just put some water on the soil actually, and the natural evaporation of water give us some clean, some fresh air. And it's important because air conditioning is very needs a lot of power. One point important is to have electricity in this house. We subscribe to alternative distributor. So we don't. This distributor puts the electricity he puts in the system comes from hydro, sun, and wind. So it's really sustainable electricity that he put in the system, and we are subscribing to this distributor. It costs a little bit more, but it was a choice we have decided to do. And if you go outside, we can see that we have the wood. It's summer now, so we are a little bit short of wood. We have been using it for the whole winter and the first part of spring, and so this wood come. For the moment, we are still buying it, and we are looking to buy some woods to be able to cut our own wood. And but this will be in a close future. I don't know exactly, but for the moment we buy it from a seller in large capacity. So we will stock during the summer. We will buy for 1 or 2 years, I think. So we have a lot of stock. If you have a dryer, we almost don't use it, because what we do is mainly use the sun, which is a natural dryer, and in winter time we do it just inside, because because of the heat that the stove gives us, we don't need to use a dryer. So we have this dryer, but we almost not use it. Our stock of water, actually we are at the moment we have ability to have something like 3,000 liters. We plan to have 7,000 liters, and I will explain to you why later. As I told you, we haven't had really rain for almost 6 weeks now, so it's very dry. We are hoping for the rain. It's something very weird, when we look at the forecast, people always say, "Oh, we are going to have a very nice day." For us, a nice day is not a sunny day. We like when it is water. We have a pool. We have a pool which is a pool with salt water, and what we try now is to when we have to fill it up, do it with rainwater. It's why we need so much water. 7,000 liters is a lot, but we need it because when it's in summertime, we need to put water in the pool to keep the level of the pool. Here is a garden. So we started it a year ago. Now we are expanded it a little bit. We are almost doubling the size this year, and we plan to go even more than that in the next years. And the front of the house, we are developing new area for gardening, and And we have a compost over there. We have, two composts, but that's one of the big ones. And we like to compost the most we can. And in the garden now we have planted mainly potatoes. What we have? Potatoes, radish, onions. What do we have? Salads and things like that. And we are developing. We are preparing the tomatoes, which is very important, and some other a lot of other vegetable. And what we like to do, because you can see there is a lot of place, we plan to have some grape here, and on this, because it's very difficult soil, but it could be good for grape, and some fruit trees. So but it's a long process. It's not, we can't do everything in a very short time, because we have been here for 3 years, and the first year was mainly to finish the house. So here are our vehicles. Actually, we have quite could see a lot of vehicles, but all of them have been bought used. They are all used car. We bought them sometime very long time ago, and I have a motorcycle which is 29 years old, and the four-wheel drive car that we used only when we have to carry heavy stuff, because we have often to carry very heavy stuff in what we are doing. It's a 20 years old car. We have an electrical car for the daily move, and we bought it 3 years ago. And this one is a normal car that we had to buy, because with electrical car you can go over 200 kilometers. So we need, because we come from our families 1,000 kilometers away. So when we need, we just pack up in this small car, and it's what we do. But for all the short distance movement, what we use is a bicycle. So we have several bicycles here. And that's what we use when we have to go on short distance, because it's easier and it's healthier for us. And so I think, so we are in the process of doing it. So it's a journey. I always say it's a journey.
Dear friends, I hope that you got a lot out of that. There's a lot of lessons to learn from them, and living more sustainably and transitioning to a lifestyle that walks a little bit more lightly, treads a little bit more lightly on the earth. Of course, this isn't the way it's going to work for everybody. Everybody has different scenarios, and there's a lot of people out there who are living a far more sustainable life. But I love this example because this shows what can be done for people that still live in sort of traditional house and who want a lot of comforts of life, but this can show that there's still so much that you can do as an individual and as a family to live more sustainably. So if you got a lot out of this video, there are many more to come. Make sure to like it and leave a comment to help get this out in the YouTube algorithm, and share this with people that you think could learn from it. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to this channel, where there are a lot more videos to come, and there are already quite a few here to learn from. So I love you all very much, and see you next time.